Welcome back to Strathroy Rockets Hockey, brought to you by Domino's Pizza here from the Sarnia Arena. 20 minutes done, and the Strathroy Rockets lead the Sarnia Legionnaires by a score of 1-0, joined by Rockets president. We should have lifted up your chair because you're never smaller than me, Don Van Massenhoven.
I think you did this on purpose, Soares.
Give us your thoughts on the opening 20.
Oh, we look good. I think the boys worked hard, and it's always a tough building to play in here, obviously. So, we've got a couple of affiliate players up, and it was a good period for us.
Obviously, you're on a break right now because of the Olympic break, with the NHL season set to get underway next week again. Your thoughts on this season with the organization that you're the president of, the Strathroy Rockets, thus far with 2 regular season games to go?
I'm happy with the season. I think most we are. We have a lot of new players again. We did have a lot of returning players, but 2 new goalies, and I think overall I'm happy with the team, the way they produced and the way the coaching staff has worked with them, and we feel good about going to the playoffs. As you know, the Western Conference is as competitive as ever, and this is going to be a tough year for everybody.
Other than when you're on a break, obviously with the Olympics this year, but normal seasons when you're working with the NHL, do you get a chance a lot to check in with the Rockets and how things are going when you're traveling all over the place with the National Hockey League?
Pretty regularly. I'd say this year with the Olympic break, they do have the more games are condensed into a shorter period of time, so I probably haven't as many days off before this recent break, so I hadn't been around probably in about a month. I hadn't even seen the team play, but now in the next little while, just work, hit and miss, but I keep up to date, keep in touch with Danny Gibson, our GM, all the time, and with the internet and Blackberries. I still have one, so we're always in touch.
What have you done to stay fit and ready to go when the NHL resumes?
Well, just working out and actually playing hockey. I just went away for a week with my wife, Chris, but I'll be playing hockey 3 or 4 times. As you know, I like to play a little hockey.
Okay, let's talk Olympics. Your experience back in Torino. Take us through that experience.
It was an amazing experience. It was a thrill of a lifetime to be able to go down to the Olympics. When you're growing up watching the Olympics, it's not something you think you could be part of. And then when the NHL got involved, and then the Players Association and the league wanted NHL officials to go, and I was lucky enough to be selected in 2006 in Torino. And Chris, my wife, was actually able to go with me. It's just a really cool experience. I remember telling my girls when we got home how they couldn't go at the time. We told them so many stories about how exciting it is to go to the events, and it's just it's hard to explain unless you go there. All the different events and the atmosphere of the athletes and the fans, it's really like one big party. Both my girls went to the Olympics in Vancouver. They, on their own, booked their flights and everything else to go to the Vancouver Olympics, just from what they heard us talk about of Torino. Now, they did ask me to get them a hotel room, which was a little tricky, but I have a colleague that lives in Vancouver that put them in his house.
For those of our listeners and viewers, as Dave's taping the interview for YouTube, your thoughts on, before we get into your thoughts on the National Hockey League being part of the Olympics, your thoughts on the Olympics so far in Sochi?
Well, we were away for a week, so it's interesting that we have amazing coverage up here. Not that they don't have it in the U.S., but if you're in Canada, it's wall-to-wall coverage. You can find some sort of Olympics. So we were down in Arizona for a week, and you had to search around, and you could find some coverage, but it wasn't quite as much as I was used to up in Canada. You can watch just about anything. So I didn't get to see as much until I probably watched more Olympics in the last 3 days. I watched the curling gold medal game, almost the whole game today. So I enjoy watching it. It's riveting TV for the most part.
Are you able to talk to how the officials are chosen to do the Olympic Games since the professionals came into play?
Oh yeah, well it's the National Hockey League, the IHF and the NHL work together on that, and then the IHF would IHF would tell the league how many officials they would want from the NHL, and then the NHL would make a decision on who they would want to send. They've tried to rotate it around. All of the guys in the National Hockey League are very capable of working that hockey, so it's been good because this year the guys, I think everybody that went hadn't gone to an Olympics, so it's a great experience.
Of course, John Tavares out for the rest of the season with the New York Islanders because of a leg injury suffered at the Olympics. Your thoughts on the NHL participating in the Olympic Games and maybe not, or maybe for 2018?
Well, it's it's a great spectacle, the Olympics, and the league will decide what they need, whether it's worthwhile or not. I mean, everybody loves the hockey, obviously, but it's tough because the league has shut down for a couple of weeks, 2.5 weeks, and the owners, these are their prized athletes, and there's a lot of money at stake. So they factor all that in. The Players Association gets part of the decision process. So it'd be nice to see it keep going, but I would understand if it didn't also, only because I know there's a lot of factors involved in it.
As always, appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping in, and good luck the rest of the way with your NHL season, and of course with the Rockets organization. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Don Van Massenhoven, president of the Strathroy Rockets. When we come back, our period summary, out of town scoreboard, Rockets hockey, live on 105.7 myFM.